When the Dispute Resolution Center was founded, the goal was to help our community and people in our community resolve disputes. And over the years, the training component of the dispute resolution services has really become important and a highlight of services available in this community. It's my understanding that many people come to the training today just so that they can use those skills in their everyday lives.
One of the wonderful things that the DRC training does is it helps people who already have a skill set that has worked very well for them to expand their skill set and to learn new skills that allow them to deal with very difficult situations in a very sophisticated and helpful way.
The skills that I gained and the people that I met who are doing all kinds of good work in our community was very helpful to me. So I was able to network as well as learning skills that helped me in my family, in my work life, and as a community member.
What I really took away from the mediation training was an understanding that conflict is normal and that conflict can be helpful.
And I think that it was that practicing the skills and actually participating in doing mediation that was the best part of it.
What's so valuable about this training is that it's not just about my experience or whoever the training manager's experience is. It's the collective experience of all the mediators in the room who come to present and coach and teach. They share the wisdom that they have collectively gathered and share it back with the group and tell stories that are funny and heartbreaking and real life situations and scenarios that they've been in themselves.
So my first experience with the DRC's training was when they came and did a few seminars at my high school. And because that was such an incredible experience for our students, we decided that the few of us that have taken the 40-hour training are probably going to be doing a student-led dispute resolution training seminar ourselves, using a lot of the knowledge that we learned at the 40-hour.
I think that the mediation training really made me a better person at doing settlement conferences. I think I was better able to hear what the parties were interested in terms of reaching agreement with what their lawyers were saying or in spite of what their lawyers were saying, and was able to better guide them towards solutions.
I've been actively involved and supportive of the DRC for 23 years. And over that time, I have seen how accepted the DRC has become in the community and how people, when they have difficult situations, whether it's a divorce or a problem with an employee in an employment context, increasingly over time are finding it that they turn to the DRC for help and assistance.
One of the particular things that came from the training was my recognition that it would benefit us as a congregation to have people who were trained. We just had a situation here where the community went through a very difficult time in which we were in conflict over an extended period of time. And yet we came through it both with fewer feelings of animosity and with a larger sense of who we are as a congregation and what our capabilities are as a community of people who come together to serve one another and to serve the world more wholly.
I work with hospice volunteers who go into people's homes, which is a very intimate setting at a very intimate time of life. When conflicts arose with the volunteers in relationship to a patient, I would have a conversation with the volunteer. I would listen to the story of what was happening for them, help them to sort out what actually was the conflict, and problem solve with them about what they wanted to do.
I think that our communities could really benefit from a more integrated use of mediation in the way that we work out and resolve our issues, because there are a lot of communication barriers that people put up against each other, and very often we use the material issues to block ourselves from hearing what other people's needs are as well. And I think that mediation can help dissolve some of those barriers that we put up so that we hear each other more effectively and we can actually address our needs and those of the other person to achieve better relationships and a better society.